Pharaoh's armies marching along, fighting the sands, trembling in song. Israel's people trembling in fear, reaching the sea. Horses grow near. Sea breath raising hair on their skins, needing to flee, too far to swim. Currents tremulous, carrying away every scant hope, erased with delay. Anguish, drowning, panic erupts. Goats and kids run, morals corrupt, helpless, flying out of the crush. Pushed away sons, love and care hushed. Now just beating hope in the air, chariots running, God's final snare. And the sea splits. Whenever they told that story in preschool, it sounded so cool with those giant waves bending to the saving of my people, with their glassy walls and dried up path, leading them to safety and to a brightened past. With a mighty roar of vacuum-filling speed, those mighty walls came crashing down, filling the sea of reeds with the gold and blood of evil armies' arms. And on the other side of those churning tides, our fathers and mothers collapsed in song and dance, with timbrel and fortune from God's outstretched hands. And with gleaming glee, they showered praise. Who is like you? And with raptured praise, they charged off to our constant fate of near-death moments, even in these darkening days. You see, we're told every spring to remember as if we were there, as if we could taste the salt on our tongues and the whips on our back. But why do I have to sit and remember when we were promised, never forget? When we have suffered in Egypt, Italy, Spain, Poland, Yemen, Russia, France, and Ukraine, when even being American can't guarantee that our rights exist and that we can be free. Politics, they've called it. Red Scare, guilt, blood libel, money lending, slime and filth, every generation saying a new version of the same lies of fear and hatred. Like in Revolution France, emancipation tried to erase us by being suffocatingly equal. And at UC Berkeley, death to the Jews was how students demanded freedom. Now I know that pain lies in every history book, and that for any national pride, there's some way to see all the monuments and stories as symbols of oppression, like a person's identity is just a record of mutilation. But there's more to the moral righteousness of our time, as the moral mightiness of the masses declares it a crime to be different, or to be smart, to stand upright or fight for the values and histories that push us against the tide. Because maybe it was wrong to flee when we saw the chance. But isn't it wrong that I'm forced to skate around any issue that might offend someone who really couldn't care less about who I've been, or dance, or eat, or pray, or the way I live my life, or even the way I try to save the world? Because when I try to create, they just spew their hate. And I want to sing, they continue to aim their wrecking balls at our crumbling institutions, because they continue to shout that our story isn't real, or that we're the best storytellers around, or that it isn't the time to tell stories because they have found that it's easier to drown us in cacophonous blame than to acknowledge that it's really hatred that they can cling to. And so with the mighty armies of email and Egypt, they shout their mighty insults and guard their worst-kept secret, that they unabashedly attack us with guilt and poison gas, that they're pressing more guns against us with every resolution passed. With their purebred conviction and fierce hold on the media, they have whipped their followers to be perfectly obedient, to attack us for defending ourselves or for showing any weakness, for trying to join the rest of the world, or for celebrating our uniqueness. And every day, it gets harder to stand up and shout in a crowd that I'm Jewish, I'm alive, I like Israel, and I'm proud. And the constant fear for my people has become so necessary. It's almost as if we're still being chased by Pharaoh's deadly chariots. Whenever they told that story in preschool, it sounded so cool with those giant waves bending to the saving of my people. They forgot to tell us that in these darkening days, we can't depend on God to come and save us with the raising of a rod, because BDS and anti-Semitism and hate will always follow us. And that even if we pull ahead, we may still never win this race. It terrifies me that if even once our pace falters or fails, there will be someone who will come to destroy the children of Israel. Pharaoh's army is marching along, fighting the sand, trembling in song. Israel's people trembling in fear, reaching the sea. Horses grow near, running forever and ever away, without any hope. For nothing we pray, deserted by love and surrounded by hate. We stare at the sea, accepting our fate, knowing, hoping for any reprieve. Maybe it comes. That's why we leave. Because maybe